What's up, y'all? It's Bahja, and I'm on Atlanta After Dark on Hot 107.9.
Yes, sir, Ski. You are locked into Hot 107.9, Atlanta's #1 hip hop station. I am Moran, the man, back again. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Atlanta After Dark, where we chop it up with people who are out here doing amazing things throughout the city. And ladies and gentlemen, this special person right here, I am beyond excited. I'm so excited. We are literally witnessing somebody that is experiencing a renaissance. She's out here doing her thing, letting everybody know that she fine. She's still fine. Please introduce yourself to our listeners, Quay.
Yes, y'all. What's up, Atlanta? It's Bahja. Woo! It's me.
Bahja's in the building. So from a renaissance perspective, are you just going by strictly Bahja now, not Bahja Rodriguez?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm dropping to Rodriguez. So I feel like that's, something that's new. It's something I've kind of been like going back and forth with for a while, but I feel like now, like just where I'm at and, trying to drop my album and everything, I definitely want to drop the last name. But everybody know what's up.
Hey, that's what's happening. That's what's happening. On a scale from 1 to 10, how's your 2023 treating you?
It's been amazing. Like, I have had so much fun. This has just been such a great year for me career-wise already. So I'm just really having a good time. Like, I'm excited about the people that I'm meeting and working with and, like, that I've been around and stuff. So it's been really cool.
Beautiful stuff, man. I remember the first time I met Bahja was years ago, back in the Hood Rich radio days. Shout out to my boy Scream. Shout out to Scream. Family, Hood Rich for life.
Yeah.
I'll never forget because he told me Bahja was coming to the studio, and I got to give a lot of props to my brother Pluto Smith, because ironically, he put me on to your music maybe like 2 weeks before.
Shout out to Pluto.
He literally was like, yo, man, like we was just talking about just artists that are on the come up who we should check out.
Yeah.
And he's like, yo, man, like Bahja from the OMG Girlz. So I checked out your music and I was like, yo, this is dope. And then literally 2 weeks later, you were on the radio with us.
Wow.
Like,
That's
literally.
so cool. Well, shout out to Pluto. Thanks, Pluto.
Yeah.
Yeah, but no, I appreciate that. Was actually one of my first really big interviews as a solo artist. So thank y'all. I mean, you and Scream, obviously, but thank you for doing that for me, for real, because it meant a lot.
So like, you have been doing this music thing for a while.
Yeah.
And of course we know that you were a member of the OMG Girlz, but I can honestly say, back in them days, you sounded like a grown-ass woman.
Oh, thank you.
Sounded like a grown-ass
Thank
woman.
you. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I've been singing all my life. I started professionally when I was 12, and from there things just kind of went where they went. But I'm just blessed. I'm blessed to just have this talent and to be able to use it and speak to people through my music. So it's really cool. Thank you, though.
Absolutely, you're welcome. Because it really seems like we really watched you grow up and develop in front of us. So what was it like for you being a child in the industry and growing?
I think at first the most difficult part about it would probably be like, I don't think you ever really get comfortable with sacrifice, but kind of getting comfortable with sacrificing like my free time and like, certain parts of like my childhood and teenagehood for this. And also like just people being able to like say whatever they want to you, like whether it's the internet or in comments and stuff. So that was difficult, but I feel like, as time has gone on, like I'm like well adjusted to it. I get it. It's a part of like what I do. And now as an adult, I'm grateful that I made those sacrifices as a kid. So.
Absolutely, because it's totally paying off.
Yeah,
and I would like our listeners to know that outside of being a dope artist, Bahja is also a businesswoman as well.
Yes.
Walking up the elevator, she was talking about her Airbnb business, talking about how they need to come fix her shit. She don't play that.
I'm telling you, they're renovating like they're doing my countertops and my light fixtures. I'm like, I don't have time for this. Like, it's spring break, so people are trying to book, and I'm like trying to work around that. But it's all good though. I mean, it's good. I got a guest coming this weekend, and I just want to make sure they straight. Like, don't be coming up in my unit while I'm having guests, but. It should be cool.
That will be. How do you maintain and balance everything? Because honestly, especially this year, it seems like whenever we hop on the phone, you always in the middle of something. It's
For
like,
sure.
I'm gonna call you back, but I gotta do this, yada, 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 yada. Like, how do you balance everything?
I think like I keep a lot of like tabs open inside of my mind. So I try to like when I wake up, first off, I try to get up really early so that I can complete everything I need to do. But outside of that, I don't know. Like I'm a person who likes to be busy. I like to have multiple things going on at one time. Like yesterday, I had to send out an order for my hair company for Hair Bay, and then today I had to go to the B&B and do this. So I think it's just about scheduling and making sure that stuff is not running into each other.
Wow.
But other than that, it's pretty easy. I've been doing it for a long time too. So I think now it just feels like it's like my regular life,
Absolutely, because you're so young, but your vibe, you are so professional.
Thank you.
Literally, like Bahja, like the way you move, you about to be a multimillionaire for real. Like
Thank
you
you.
about to be a super duper millionaire.
Thank you. That's the goal. That's the goal for me and mine. Everybody coming with me. Everybody who with me coming.
That part. So how does it feel for you to be in this new space as far as your resurgence? Because you did take a break.
Yeah.
But once you posted on the gram that you had a new song coming,
it
seemed like all your fans just came out the woods. Like, oh my God.
Me taking that break, it was crucial for me. The last time I put out a project was like the end of 2021, I believe. Yeah, the end of 2021. So I took about a year off, cut everybody some slack. Now I'm back. No, I'm kidding. But, I just, for real though, I needed to be with myself and really record and work on my sound. And, I would work with people and they would kind of be like, well, what's your sound or what are you going for? And I really didn't know what to say because I didn't know. So I wanted to take a break and really dive deep into who am I, what am I about, what message am I trying to portray, and how do I want to get this across to people? And once I felt like I did that, it was the perfect record. Shout out to 4KM, they produced it. Shout out to Keepsaya, she linked us up. That's my homegirl, but she linked us up, and it was just a great link up. I heard the beat, I wrote the record, and that was it. I'm like, this is the one. This is what I need to come back with. So
beautiful.
It was cool. It's
Absolutely. Talk to us about the importance of, taking a break, because we live in such an era now where everybody just wants to be fast-paced. And it's like if you take a break, that means you're a failure.
No, for sure. I think it's important, especially with someone like me. Like, I was a child star, and so,
Ooh, y'all heard that? Life flex.
Like, it's just one of those things where it's like, I needed that, because I've been working since I was 12 and I haven't stopped at all. So that was my first time taking like a year off where I'm not dropping anything and really getting in touch with who I was, like as a grown woman and just as an artist. So I think it's important. I think, it's easy in this industry to get caught up in like, so everyone's dropping on this day, or somebody's dropping an album, a song, a video. Like, you kind of want to be current, but at the same time, like, it's important for your health and your mental health to kind of just take a break. Like, the industry is not just your life, it's a part of your life. It's not your whole life, So it was important, like, to take a break, I think, for me, because I've been doing it for a long time. So I just needed that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You've been doing it well, too.
Thank you.
So, you, like you said, you are a child star.
Yes.
And we saw people on the internet trying to comfort the OMG Girlz.
Sure.
So you had Big Bro looking at these people like, hey, man, don't make us have to pull up on these people, man. Don't do Bahja. Don't do Meek. Don't do nothing like that.
No, you know what, though? But I'm going to say shout out to Jay Hill, though, because Jay Hill, he's a good interviewer, and I went on his show. Neek was obviously on his show, and he's a good interviewer. Yeah. Jay is also a 30-plus-year-old man, so I wouldn't expect him to know. But I feel like it was good for us, though, because I feel like a lot of people tried to downplay our contribution to just the industry and black girlhood and black womanhood, because they feel like, oh, y'all didn't have like no #1 song, y'all didn't have an album out, and it's like, these things are true, but we were so important to the culture. Like, the reason that you see black women being so carefree with their hair and doing whatever they want to do in terms of color is because of us. We didn't create it, but we brought it to the forefront. We brought baddie to the forefront. We didn't create the word baddie. Sean Bankhead did, but we brought that to the forefront. He was the first one to call us baddies. We called Beyonce a baddie. Beyonce named her Instagram Baddie B. And,
absolutely. And also a dope highlight, like, people forget Lady Gaga showed y'all.
Yeah, like, it's just, we have been blessed. My group and I, we were blessed to have been around so many people who saw our vision very young and very early on. And, it is a blessing, but at the same time, and we're all super humble. We're all super humble girls. We don't really do too much, but especially me. Like, if I feel like somebody is playing with, like, our legacy or playing with us, like, I'm a step every time, because I feel like what we did was so important. And now, you see all of these young black girls doing what they want to do with their hair and their clothes and their makeup. And that's really what we were about, was just making women and young women just feel beautiful doing what they wanted to do and being who they want to be. So
that part. And major shout out to Jay Hill. You got to respect him for being honest.
Yeah, it take a lot. Like, he could have got in there and been like, I don't know, I know all the songs, but he really didn't. He told me the same thing. But I'm like, Jay, now you interviewed me. You supposed to at least go listen to a song or two and make sure you knew Jay. But we still love you, Jay.
That's a little shout out to Jay here. Really dope podcast. Support that king.
Yeah.
So seeing how the OMG Girls have been the talk of the internet as of late,
Yeah.
could we see an OMG Girl reunion?
The girls and I, we have been talking. We've kind of been talking about, just ways that we could do like cool stuff for our fans. Obviously, circumstances have changed. Neek is a mother, and she's also working on her music. I'm working on my music and my album. Bree's doing the same thing. And so, like, we have just been trying to come together to really figure it out. I'm not going to say no. I'm not going to, I'm a person, you can never say never. At this time, I don't know. But, we're all still really good friends, and we've been in talks. So maybe.
Okay.
Let me say that, maybe.
All good. And I really, really just admire the fact that the three of y'all are still close, because
Absolutely.
when it comes to groups, it's like y'all took a break.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't break up. There were no fights over no dues.
Yeah.
It wasn't no money stolen. It's like, hey, let's just go try some different stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all still support
And
each other.
really with the girls and I too, like, even if there was anything that went on, the internet would never know about it, because we are really legitimately family. So any issues that we would have, or arguments or whatever, we're human, we're girls, we're women. So, we go back and forth, whatever, but the internet will never know about that, because we really have such a strong bond to the point where we feel like taking it to the internet means like this is the death of our friendship. It's over, because it's that serious. You put it there and it lives forever. So with us, we really didn't, it wasn't anything to come to the internet and say, you know what I mean? Other than like, we're not a group anymore, but we literally pride ourselves on like protecting our friendship, and most importantly, protecting our personal privacy. You know what I mean? So that's really what that was about.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Talk to us about the feeling of being a child star and now transitioning to your own brand, because, when I look at you, I look at Damani, I look at Neek. It's like we literally watched y'all grow up. And
For sure.
Y'all are all just blossoming.
Thank
doing
you.
y'all thing.
Thank
So
you.
how does it feel for you to be in this new class?
I really think it's cool. Because the stuff I've learned is like stuff that you can't even like pay money to learn. So I'm grateful for my experience and the things I've learned in the industry, and making that transition now. It's low-key, it's kind of easy because a lot of my fans have like grown up with me. So I'm blessed to have a fan base that's grown with me. But at the same time, I feel that I have to work like 10 to 20 times harder than everybody else, because people are kind of like, oh, like Bahja, oh, she was in the OMG Girls. Okay, that's cool. Like, what's she doing now? So right now I'm trying to capture the people who may have heard about me or don't know me at all, and that's where I'm at now. And this part is fun for me. Like, it's like I love the promo and the, get my name out there and performing in front of people I don't know. Like, people like doing shows where everybody's singing every word. And of course I love that too. But I like to see how my music directly impacts people as they're hearing it for the first time. So this is like the coolest part for me, the funnest part. You know what I mean?
I love to hear that. I love that because, you actually had a show recently.
Yeah.
At the Masquerade in Atlanta. And y'all, Bahja had them lit.
Oh, thank you.
Bahja. So what was that feeling for you like? Before that show, when was the last time you performed before that?
It had been a minute. It had probably been like 2 or 3 years since I had performed, and that show kind of just like low-key, it felt like it came out of nowhere, but I was still ready and prepared to do it. And this summer we'll be back doing more shows and things like that. But again, it just goes back to, I used to be nervous to be in front of people and actually perform in front of people, and especially just with this whole journey I've been on of like finding myself as a woman and dealing with my breakup and everything like that. It was just important for me to kind of just go inward and, like really figure out what I wanted to do. And now I'm ready. I'm ready to be back on stage. I'm ready to be back in front of the world. And we got all the tools we need to really take it to the next level. So
absolutely. So we're going to get into those tools. But before we do that, I want to share this with our listeners because I learned this about Bahja recently. Bahja Rodriguez is a gamer.
Yes, I am. I am. A slight gamer, though. A slight gamer. Like, I'll do, like, the Mario Karts and stuff like that. I play my Switch, but, like, I'm not, like, a Sims person. Or, you know how some people do, like, the GTA and they have, like, the mods and they can, like, make it whatever they want to make it. Like, I'm not into gaming like that. But I love my Switch, and I love to play games on there, whatever games are available. And, that's, like, my vibe.
Okay. She's also in the anime.
Yes, I am.
Bahja is into anime.
I am. I love anime, y'all. Like, that's some of my favorite things to watch. If I don't know what to watch, I'm gonna put on anime. I love Inuyasha, Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball Z, Full Metal Alchemist, you know, just like stuff like that. Naruto, like that type of little stuff.
Is Bahja a undercover nerd?
Low key, I am. You know, it's so funny. Like when growing up, like I was like a bookworm. I was real into TV and books. I used to read, but I've been reading on a 12th grade level since I was like a 3rd or 4th grader. So, you know, that's that. But I've always read and been into like TV and film and stuff like that. So low key, I am a little bit of a nerd. But you know, I like that now. I feel like it's kind of cute. When I was younger, I used to be like, I hate that. But now I'm like, it's cute.
It's all good.
Yeah.
It's all good. Now I like that. I like that. You know, you have all these hitting dope things about you.
Thank you.
So, you know,
Thank
learning
you.
about them, I think it's pretty dope.
Thank you.
So, you know, you talked about these new tools that you have to pretty much take over the world.
Yeah,
We do know that you have a new situation with the Orchard.
I do.
Talk to us about it.
Well, first shout out to my Orchard family, Tavar and Mitch, for believing in me, obviously. But it's we have a partnership where I'm putting out music through them now, and they've been so helpful to me and my brand. And also big shout out to my manager, Ahmad Davis, for
Shout out to Ahmad.
like working that out for me and making sure like everything was everything, walking me into that. But yeah, I love the Orchard. I love what we're doing. We have so much stuff planned for the summer and, you know, just for my album and stuff like that. They've been such a great help to me, and they really support me and my creativity and never try to stifle me or kind of, you know, like deter me from doing what I'm trying to do. So it's been really, really cool. It's like it's actually my label, and then Beautiful Musica LLC. That's my label. And so we partnered with the Orchard to distribute my music. And, you know, maybe one day I'll sign my own artists and distribute their music, you know, through my label in the Orchard. But for now, we're just working on my stuff. So it's pretty cool.
Pretty dope. Nah, that's dope. That is
Thank
too
you.
hard. So you have these 2 singles out.
Yes,
You, All Mine.
for sure.
Sheesh. So let's start with you.
Okay.
Let's start there. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause that was the first one that you slapped everybody in the face with.
Ah.
What inspired this record?
Okay, so about 2 years ago, maybe it'll be 3 this year. Gosh, it feels like just yesterday. But I had went through this breakup, and it really had hurt me, and that was the first time I had ever, you know, been in love. And I don't want to say it was like a bad breakup, because it wasn't, but it just really still hurt, because I was still, you know, that was my first time really loving somebody. And typically in my music, people hear me speak from like a very like, you know, we don't need him, we could bounce back, we could move on type of place. And so with this particular breakup, I didn't feel like that, you know. And so with this song, I felt that it was a perfect introduction to bring my fans up to speed with where I was at, but I was still able to be vulnerable, but still hold a position of like not just being super like pathetic with it and about it, you know. So I don't know, like I feel like what makes a song good for me is like when I'm writing it, if the words just like come to me, like, and that's how You was. As I was writing it, it was just the words were just coming and coming and coming. I'm like, okay, like I think this is the one. And then like everybody I sent it to Damar, I sent it to Kyron, sent it to Ahmad. Like I let everybody hear it. They like, oh, this the one. And you know, from there it was up. But You was like real special for me, because I wanted my fans to know where I was at, you know, with everything, and kind of reintroduce them to like, you know, where I was at. So
Absolutely.
that was pretty cool.
It was a very mature approach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to really hear you be so vulnerable, you know what I mean? Especially seeing how, because, you know, you had these other EPs before.
Yeah.
And they all sounded like very fun. Like you said, I'm on my shit, but for you to come back and let the listeners know, like, man, I've been hurt, y'all.
Yeah.
Like, man, this lame thing happened to me.
It was tough, but it was needed, because I feel like I wanted my fans who felt the way that I feel to be able to listen to something and be like, she gets it. You know what I mean? That was really important to me, because I feel like that's a real emotion. And I mean, I'm 26, I'll be 27 in August. But, you know, at that time, that was the first time in my life I had ever been through anything like that. So I felt it was important to talk about it. And I kind of dive a little bit deeper in my album, obviously. But, you know, I think the fans are really in for a treat. You know, honestly, I think they're going to be excited.
Absolutely. So now out of the 2, my favorite is definitely All Mine.
I love All Mine too.
Like that is too hard. It's very,
thank you.
It's very reminiscent. And like you're doing something like I feel like, you know, it's kind of like when I had Armand up here. It's kind of like y'all in the same space. It's like you're doing something that's very familiar, but it's very modern. You know what I mean? So talk to us about this, right?
Okay, so All Mine, I want to say I actually recorded All Mine maybe last year too, or like and probably early last year.
Okay.
I could even push it to say I did it maybe in 2021 because I've been had that record. But you know, with All Mine, like writing, you know, love songs like that is easy for me. And with that particular one, it's funny because my brother DeMar, he was just telling me, he's like, you know, I was listening to All Mine. That shit is low key kind of toxic. And I'm like, how is it toxic? Then I'm listening back and I'm like,
I didn't
wait a
get
minute.
toxic.
Maybe it is though, because, you know, I'm on there and I'm kind of saying like, you know, I don't be telling my friends what I got going on. I be lying to them like, I'm not really, you know, dealing with him, da-da-da-da, but I still am. And that's real too. And, you know, I felt like I had been in that space before. So it was easy for me to talk about. And I also just feel like with me as a writer, I'm really big on relatable music. I want people to listen to my music and listen to the subject or the content of it and be like, she feels me or she gets me or I can relate to that, you know? So that was like really important for me. But I also felt like, you know, it's Valentine's Day and I just felt like it was a cute record to put out, but a lot of people really love it. Savara Mitch from Orchard, they loved it when they first heard it. They're like, this is it. Like, this is the one, you know? So, it's been really cool to like just see where that record has gone and like what it's been doing. It was like we got a bunch of playlisting like on Spotify, Apple Music and stuff like that. So it was really cool.
Yeah, a lot of kids are about to be made to that record. I'm telling y'all, there's a lot of babies, a lot of children are about to be created thanks to Bahja.
If that's what it is, man, that's what it is. I love it. I'm here for it all.
I'm here for it all. You definitely are on your way to capturing it all.
Thank you.
You know, like, you know, in closing, you know, well, first off, I just want to tell you congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. Like I said, you are absolutely one of the, forget the fact that, you know, we have a relationship. You're just a really good person.
Thank you.
At your core, you are just a good person. And I just want to see you, you know, continue to just do amazing things.
Thank you so much. You know, same to you, vice versa. You know, I met you, you know, and we was doing like the hood rich thing, and now we here, and you have your own segment on Hot 107.9. Like, I'm proud of you too. You know, I know you producing now. You got, you know, you ain't tell the people. We got a few records, y'all.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
I ain't want to make it about me, but since you brought it up, you know what I'm saying?
We got a few records, y'all. So, you know, I'm proud of you too in your journey. Like, I think it's really, really dope and really cool.
Yeah, well, and again, like I said, I tell this to everybody I work with. Just thank you for taking a chance on me.
Oh, no problem.
Because, you know, you could have been like, nah, and you have a lot of leverage to say no. Like, you fire.
Oh, thank you. So. No, but it was dope. Everything I heard was dope. I really appreciate you always, you know. Since day one, you literally have been in my corner supporting me. And, like, you know, I'm going to always do the same for you. So thank you.
Absolutely, man. I got you. Got to dap each other up on camera for that one. I got you, big dog. I got you. For sure.
Got to dap each other up, y'all. That was a real dap, by the way.
A real one.
A real one.
Real one. So, you know, in closing, I always just like to encourage, I guess, the pull up to just, you know, leave some positive words. You're talking to the city right now. Just give the city some game. Like, what is some advice Bahja can provide to anybody that's on their way?
Free game. Keep going. You know, this industry, like, a lot of people stop doing what they love to do or stop, you know, pursuing their dream because, you know, in this industry, it's really easy to run into a lot of people who will tell you no or they don't get what you, or they're not seeing what you're seeing, but never stop, always keep going because there's somebody out there who's going to believe. And when you run into the right person who believes in you, it'll change your life forever. So don't stop.
Don't stop. Wise words from the queen, Bahja. No Rodriguez, straight Bahja.
Period.
New brand, new renaissance. Like, Bahja, the sky is definitely the limit for you.
Thank you.
Like, we gonna look up one day. I feel like you better have one of them Priscilla Renee, her type moments.
Oh yeah, for sure. Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Please give our listeners your social media. Let them know how they can get in contact with y'all.
Y'all can get in contact with me everywhere on every single platform at Bahja Rodriguez. That's Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, and on all streaming sites, obviously. And make sure y'all just stay tapped in. We got some real cool things coming up. You know, we got some videos coming out, new music on the way. So stay tuned.
Hey, stay tuned to the queen, y'all, because she is literally doing a lot of amazing things.
That's right.
Hey, man. Hot 107.9. Atlanta After Dark.
Yeah.
Bahja in the building.
Period.
Hey, man. Stay blessed, stay dope, all that in this one.